Hello everyone. Does your adolescent son make no sense to you? Do you wonder what's in his head? Don't know what the heck is wrong with him? Then just stand by him, trust him, and he'll go through it on his own. Adolescence is an inevitable and necessary part of growing up. He has been learning how to relate to people in a sheltered environment so far, and now he's creating his own thought standards, which is naturally accompanied by anxiety and confusion. And then there's the physical changes called secondary sex characteristics. And you are having a very disconcerting experience with your son who's not the same as before. As a mom, it's hard to accept the unfamiliarity of your son, and you try to talk to him, soothe him, and argue with him to get him back to the way he used to be. It's unnerving to think that he is becoming less and less like the child you once knew. Of course, you went through puberty yourself, so you often look at your child through the lens of your own experience. But you are looking at the situation from the perspective of the mother, but not the child. And his circumstances and environment are completely different from yours. You are a woman, so it is hard for you to know about the changes in boys during that period. If you look at your son through the lens of your own experience, you are bound to make a lot of errors. So you send an SOS to your husband and tell him to do something about it, but he says, leave him alone, which can make you feel like he's not interested in parenting and that only you are freaking out. But that's not the case. He's actually offering a good solution, and you are just feeling frustrated and upset that he didn't say it the way you thought he would. Your son needs time to himself while he's still developing his own thought standards. This doesn't mean you shouldn't care whatever he does. It means you should care but not interfere. Sometimes the mother has limited thought standards, so she cannot see him from a lot of different perspectives. He may be doing something wrong, but if he's not hurting anyone or getting into legal problems, share your experiences and information with him, but don't push it. If you are consistent and trusting, he will form his own healthy thought standards through trial and error, and the day will come when you will look at each other and smile as if you never had this conflict. We are all different, but we make the mistake of assuming that others will be like us, especially in intimate relationships. If you recognize your son as an independent person and support his growth, he will find his own way. It may not make sense by your standards, but just because it doesn't make sense to you doesn't mean it's all wrong. You can use your son's adolescence as an opportunity not only for him but also for you to grow.